First attempt at a homebrew. Thought I'd record, document the process. Feedback appreciated, feedback welcomed. Let me know what you think. Okay, so first things first, kids. You gotta sterilise your gear. You don't want to get the lurgy. So there's me doing that. Ingredients: malt extract, hops, dried yeast. That's all we've got. There's a specific type of yeast and hops if you're that bothered. That's what it's supposed to taste like, but inevitably will not because I've botched it up big time. And it should be about 5.6 ABV and about 23 litres. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice there are some extra stuff that's required that I didn't get in the packet, and I failed to notice that until I actually opened the packet and looked at the instructions. So yeah, anyway, here's me taking the dry stuff out first. There's the hops, Simcoe hops, if you didn't believe me. West Coast yeast there, and there's the instructions. Pulled those out, read them, and then realised the error of my ways. I didn't have the appropriate brewing sugar, but more on that in a bit. So yeah, if you're using malt extract, it pays to warm it up before you pour it into your fermenter, because it can be quite thick, quite viscous. So there's me doing that. Just a little bit of heat, nothing too wild. And then it pours out a lot easier into the fermenter, so there's me doing that. I put 3 litres of boiling water into the fermenter first. The malt extract's a lot denser, so it sinks to the bottom. You got to wring out as much as you can. Some people put boiling water into the bag to really get as much of the extract out as they can. So yes, didn't have any brewing sugar. But I looked up online, I went on one of the Facebook groups that I'm part of, and I asked if you can use granulated sugar, and apparently you can use granulated sugar, but it might just affect the taste slightly, be a little bit more bitter. But anyway, we'll see how it turns out. So then it's stirring up 3 litres of water, malt extract, and a kilogram of sugar. Stir it up. Look at that, beautiful. The water's still very hot. Oh. So it didn't take long to dissolve. About a minute of stirring, and then we're on to the next one. So then you top up the bucket with cold water till about 23 litres, and then the temperature comes down, hopefully below 25. If it's below 25 like mine is there on 24, then you can move on to the next stage. If it's not, you might need to put it in the freezer for a bit, get the temperature down a little bit. So there's the yeast, sprinkling it in. I wasn't sure if to stir it in or not, but the instructions I had in the pack said, yeah, give it a stir it up. So I did so, as you'll see shortly. Lovely looking yeast. Get my stirrer out, and away we go. Mixing in that yeast. Lovely mixing technique there, look at that. Such focus on my face. Yeah, so lid goes on top, sterilised lid. You want to keep it nice and airtight, so make sure that's sealed around the edges, and then you get your airlock. Bung that in there. Make sure there's no. Make sure it's in there properly. Don't let any air get in. And then you can use boiled water like I've done. Or some people use sterilised water. And there we go. There's the finished article. Easy, wasn't it? So there we go, brewer extraordinaire. Shouldn't speak too soon. A little bit wary of how this one's going to turn out. It's supposed to 10 though, so it's a learning curve. Yeah, so I'll make a couple of other videos. I've got to check up on this in 7 days' time, so I'll make another video for that, and then maybe another one for the bottling process, and then the final taste in a couple of weeks from now. Well, 2 or 3 weeks from now. So yeah, subscribe on YouTube and follow up videos to come. Fingers crossed it's not a total disaster.